Are we on? Are we on? Sorry, I'm late, darlings. Technical difficulties. I haven't got total confidence about this live stream. Right, are we working? Are we working? And I forgot my bloody glasses, so I can't read the damn comments. Well, I can see me. Can you see me? Right, looks like I'm working, hopefully. Please God, touch wood. Sorry for the delay. Partly it was me being late getting back from the supermarket and the Chinese restaurant. Oh, now I just spilled water all over myself. But also, yeah, Starlink does not like being on the windscreen. I've got Starlink on the inside of the windscreen, not happy. Not happy at all, but I swapped you onto piggybacking off my phone, and I think we should be okay. Now, I can't read any of your comments because I forgot my bloody binoculars. Well, I'll do my best. Of course, I'll do my best. Oh, that's the... Oh, we can play a game with the Chinese menu, can't we? Okay, right. 2 points on offer. Oh, no, they're not numbered. Oh, okay. Well, forget that game. They're not numbered, so we can't do that. Right, I tell you what. Let me just... now, if I go onto the browser... Bear with. And if I go on to there and there, I can turn the sound down, and I can make the screen bigger. That's good. Right, we'll manage. We will manage. Right, let's start properly then. It's 13 minutes past. Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome to Monday night live from the motorhome, live from Netty, and we are at Dock Fictoria in beautiful Caernarfon on the never treaded weight on the West Welsh coast. And I'm here to tell you it is bloody fabulous. Now, I told you last night that I was just going to stay local and go to a site, and that was the plan. And I stayed late at Lickpenny this morning, doing all of ROGERBOTTY, topping the water up, emptying the waste monster, tidying up, washing up, putting away, because I thought, well, I'm only going to a local site, so there's no rush. But then the sun was shining, and I remembered I hadn't booked anywhere, because I was too tired last night, fell asleep. And I just thought, sorry, let's go to Caernarfon. Let's go to Caernarfon. So that is exactly what we've done. Right. I apologise if the internet is a bit pants. It's because the internet is a bit pants. My phone connection isn't great. That's why you haven't got a video today. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Monday Night Live from the motorhome, where I am overjoyed to be spending the next 2 hours with you as we wave away Monday and we welcome in Tuesday. And we will be doing so in the company of perennial and permanent pals, our matching pair of his and hers, highly powered hedgehogs of truth. We will not be joined by Sean's box, the Netty Petty Piss Pot, or indeed 210 Ted's Tenting Things, so they're all back at ROGERBOTTY. However, we are being joined by Netty's box with its one solitary little pound in there. That's all it's got, one solitary little quid. And of course, we have got the community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you could, many would argue should, and I hope damn well will, leave a massage, a voice massage, for the delectation and delight of your fellow members of the inner scrotum, your fellow bugs. And should they be with us, those most elite of the elite, those damned elusive penny lickers. Penny lickers, that's what they are. Right. I can't wait to get into your comments, so I won't wait. I'll just get into your comments. Except I will tell you that I am as snug as a bug in the rug. I've got the diesel heater on the lowest setting, setting number 1, and it's 23.5 degrees here in Netty. How fabulous is that? The fridge is not working, but I've got ice in there to keep my breakfast chilled, which is a peppered steak slice. I've got. I can only be here until 10 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not going to have time to go to the pub for lunch, for breakfast. It's probably a good thing because it took a long time to get here, and it's going to take a long time to get home. Netty is not quick, so I'll get up at 8 o'clock or whatever, have coffee, have a peppered steak slice as a sinful holiday breakfast. I'll have a pot around the estuary and the docks, film a bit, and at 10 o'clock we'll start off, probably get home about 2:30, something like that. Obviously, depending on traffic. But the fridge will be working because the part that it needs, can't believe the fridge. Yes, the fridge will work on gas. Keep trying. And the gas has been cut and capped off anyway. The part that caused it to be cut and capped off is available and has now been ordered by the fabulous Chris, who is over the moon, by the way, that I'm away in Netty. Netty is completely bone dry despite being in an absolute downpour, and 3/4 of the roof hasn't even got on yet, and she's bone dry and watertight. So that's amazing. So the fridge is going to be working. It works on electricity, but it will then work on gas. So going forward, I've got a fridge working while I am off grid. So that's fabulous. So it's my first night of using the diesel heater. Couldn't be more impressed. Lowest possible setting, and I am toasty. I might even have to turn it off when I go to bed because I'm going to be too hot in bed. And that's on the lowest setting. Blood and sands. So that's brilliant, isn't it? That's brilliant. I've got the power stations up and working, and I've got my head around the layout. Now, this one, my All Powers R600, is down here underneath the table, and that is powering the... Oh, sorry, Hedgie. That's powering the on-air sign. And my electronic devices. It's also powering the Netty sign in the window. But bloody hell, I came back. This air, it's not really an air. It's part of a car park that's been set up for motorhomes. But nothing wrong with that. Perfectly okay. Forgot what I was saying there. What was I talking about? Oh, right, yeah. The sign in the window. Bloody hell, I'm coming back from the Chinese restaurant, and you can see Netty a mile away with that neon light. She stands out like a bloody priest in a whorehouse. So I thought, well, I'd better turn that off. Might attract the local yobbos or whatever. I mean, if there are, well, everywhere has local yobbos, don't they? So it'll power all of that. That's doing its job fantastically. It is currently on 92%. So that's grand. And the big boy, the R1500 light, that's over there in the corner. That's powering Starlink for all the good that's doing. The microwave, the coffee machine, the television, and a couple of electronic devices. So that's pretty pretty fabulous, really. I'm going to settle in for the night and take my shoes off and put my rugged He-Man slippers on. Now, do we go for the spring slippers or the winter slippers? Well, we've got the heater on, so let's go for the winter slippers, shall we? Ah, with their little zip up the front. God, I'm old. Do apologise, that was it. Oh, wine butt. Now, what I need to do going forward, because this sideboard is all cluttered, not set up very well, I don't want the power station to be up here. I want it to be down behind the ladder. And then I can lay everything out on the sideboard nicely. So what I'm going to do is get an extension lead. And then, is that going on the wrong foot? No, it's the right foot. What's going on? Have my feet suddenly grown? Ah, there we go. There we go. So yeah, if I just put an extension lead up there when I'm off grid, then the power station can sit down here where I want it to, behind the diesel heater, with the heat pointing away from it to keep it cool. And then I can have my microwave, coffee machine, nicely laid out on the sideboard with the plant, which is stuck to the sideboard, and the televisual, which is also stuck to the sideboard. So I'm really getting my head around how everything is going to work. And Netty's going to be fabulous off grid going forward. All the power stations need to sort out Starlink, really, because it depends what you want it for. Depends what you want it for. Now, as it happens, sitting in the windscreen is kind of not the best position, but I don't think Netty's in the best position for it. So Starlink is really quite weak. It's about a quarter of the speed that it is at ROGERBOTTY, just in this particular configuration. I did mess about putting it outside and on the roof, and that speeded it up a hell of a lot. But then, oh God, you know, somebody walking past it, and oh, chat has disconnected. Have you still got me? Hopefully you still got me. Let me check. Have a look up here. That's still going, so maybe it's just my device that has disconnected because it's on. Yep, you've got me. Brilliant. Okay. Ah, lovely. Thank you. Right. What was I banging on about? Oh, yeah. So Starlink has been fine for like browsing the internet and all of that. It's just for actually uploading a video or, as it turned out, doing a live stream. In this particular configuration, it's a little bit weak. You know, I could have tried turning Netty round the other way and that could have done it, but I thought, just make do and mend for tonight. And at least with it being inside on the windscreen, I know it's safe. I know nobody's going to wander off with it. Because at the end of the day, I'm in a public car park. It's not like at Lickpenny when I'm behind locked barriers and whatnot. So I didn't fancy it just being outside or on the roof. So I could have got, you know, a workable speed, but it would mean putting Starlink outside of Netty, and I just didn't fancy that. Right, let's have a look at some comments. It's almost time for an intermission. We only just started. Right. Unable to connect to chat, and that's the one I can see. That's annoying. Oh, well, I'll start on this and then I can... Right. With us tonight, in no particular order of appearance, Medit, Height or Bryce Eye, Stew 69 3K, Carl of the Lockpick, Peter P, Kegon 1, Barry Scrotter, Richard Paulie Galtieri, James E, the Jamesy Boy, Mandy Mc26, Dan Fango, Sue, the lovely Sue of the semi-eponymous. Postlethwaite goes outside, Joe. Oh, and she's had a nightmare day. I am sorry to hear that. Kegon One has just made a cheeky sausage sandwich. JB71, good evening to you. Oh, you fancied some ketchup, did you, Kegon? Looks pretty dapper for a write-off wreck boaty, says Stu. Yeah, yeah. See, all of those 50,000 comments on that video saying, for God's sake, scrap her. For God's sake, get rid of her. For God's sake, what's the matter with you, man? Well, you know, that thing that I'm being told to be scrapped has just driven me without missing a beat. Drove perfectly. All the way here from Lickpenny, didn't miss a beat, drove absolutely beautifully. And I'm sitting here in an amazing place in absolute comfort. So that's what you've got to remember. I'm not just throwing money at an old motorhome. I'm throwing money at a lifestyle choice because, you know, no Netty, no this, no opening my back door and looking over to the ocean. No, no sense of freedom. Looking up at my beautiful new skylight. Getting annoyed that the toilet decided to break. I've bodged it. Carol C, good evening to you. Who else have we got? Deborah Fleming, hello, my lovely. Jason, it's nice to see you smile. Yasmin, hello. I love seeing Boaty in a hoodie. Perfect sight and sound, says JB71. Excellent. Good. And yet Starlink worked in a war zone. It's just, it needs to be positioned right, that's all. And inside a windscreen, probably reflecting a bit on the glass, it's just in the wrong position. If I put it outside and moved it to the position where it told me to put it, it was fine. But I just didn't want it to be outside. I wasn't entirely comfortable with that. Now, this time next week, I will be in Buxton. And in Buxton, I've got no problem having Starlink outside. I'll put it outside and I will have, no doubt, excellent internet next Monday. But in a public car park, I just didn't really want it out there. Simone, hello to you, my lovely. Pauline, Pop 57, hello. I wonder what Netty's drag factor is. I mean, she's going to be like a bloody, well, she's got the aerodynamic properties of a wardrobe on wheels, hasn't she? Sherry, hello, my lovely. Do you prefer your Pinot Grigio over Chardonnay, or do you ever drink Chardonnay too? No, I never drink Chardonnay. Never, ever, ever. Patreons unite. Good evening. Julie M, good evening. Oh dear, Simone, that's not great. That's not great. Sperlingas, good evening. Invite Hubnut over to review Netty, Boaty. No, you're all right. You're okay. Did Netty behave on the journey? She was absolutely faultless. Utterly, utterly impeccable. Even in traffic, we were stuck in horrendous traffic and she was just absolutely brilliant. She was literally a joy and a pleasure to drive. Okay, she's slow. Obviously, she's very slow, but bloody hell, it's warm in here. That diesel heat is bloody amazing. It's on the lowest possible setting. And I'm about to start stripping off. I'll go and, well, it's time for an intermission very shortly. So I'll go and stick my head outside. Have you got Chris locked in the cupboard? No, Chris is at home, but have a look. So he pinged me this morning to tell me about the gas valve, and it's £56 and a penny, plus £9 postage, plus VAT. He said, have a think about the cold wine versus costs, etc. And I just said it's a no-brainer. He said, I'll get it ordered then, enjoy your night away. Oh, and he said, good morning, hope Netty is dry. And I said, yeah, Netty's totally dry, it's time for a road trip. And he said, you don't know how happy that makes me. Have a great time. Such a nice guy. Such a nice guy. And then we talked about some other stuff that I can't talk to you about. I'll tell you if we were in person and I wasn't being recorded, but I possibly can't. And then we were talking about Netty in the future and all of that. I sent him some pics. So Chris is absolutely delighted that me and Netty are away, and he's delighted that he has made her dry. And like I say, there's still another 3 layers of roof to go on. So Netty is going to be future-proofed. You know, that roof will outlive me and probably most of you. Admittedly, we've got to bugger about with the walls a bit, but what the hell? What the hell? It's not a huge amount of money in the grand scheme of things, and it gives access to nights like this, where I'm coached up in my special little space in a special place, because Caernarfon means the world to me. I love Caernarfon. Now, ideally, I would have got here a lot earlier, so I could have spent the afternoon in town and the early evening and whatnot. I didn't get here until about 6:30, and then I had to bugger about with the bog and figure out how to pay for the parking and all of that. But nonetheless, and even though I'm whizzing off at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm glad I did this, because for me, the journey is a massive part of the pleasure as well. And I loved the road trip here. I mean, I came down the A55. You know how much I love that road. The coastal road, once you get past Llandudno, is just to die for. So I'm so glad I did this. She's gobbled up a bit of petrol, thirsty cat. See how Chris is going to get rid of the tongue and groove of the ceiling. Will he take it off the sides? Oh, right. Seeing how Chris is going to get rid of the tongue and groove on the ceiling, will he take it off the side there? Oh, what? There, you mean? Oh, here, I suppose. I don't know. He hasn't mentioned it. Depends if this wall needs doing. I can't remember which of the walls were damp beyond redemption. So it might have to come up. But I like that. Mind you, if the roof is going to be raised up, which it is with the tongue and groove going, but I like that, and I like I like the colour anyway. Do I like the tongue and groove? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd like it if it was done properly, but it's down below there. It's probably buggered up. It's if he wants to take it out, he can take it out. As far as I'm concerned. Sperling says, about to sell the house and do this RV life. Scared as hell, but you keep me going, Boaty. Keep up the good work on the vids, mate. And greetings from New Zealand, by the way. Oh, well, greetings to you. Greetings to you, and good luck with your new lifestyle. How was the drive from Windybum to Dock Victoria? Asked Deborah Fleming. Well, I didn't drive from Windybum to Dock Victoria. I drove from Lickpenny, and that meant going a completely different beginning to the route than I've ever gone before. So I went via Matlock Bath, Cromford, and up the Via Gellia, and then down the 515 into Buxton. And I'd forgotten how lovely the Via Gellia was. Haven't driven that road for years. But it was a fabulous drive. Netty was impeccable, faultless. So, touch wood, my radiator fix, I did a thing. Oh, and the wipers worked because most of the trip was glorious, warm sunshine. But then as the afternoon wore on, there were very, very heavy showers. Very heavy showers. And then you'd go back into sunshine. God, this is my happy place. And now I get to look up at the posh skylight. That's going to be lovely in summer. I did think about having one put up there as well, but then I decided against it. It's yeah, it's different when you're down on floor level. It's lovely to have a skylight above you. I love it in ROGERBOTTY, but it would be a bit weird in the pottering pit because you're right up against the roof. And in summer, when it's hot, the sun would blaze through that, and you'd boil like a boil in the bag curry up in the pottering pit there. So I'm glad I didn't. I've still got the little skylight in the bog, and I've got this lovely, great big one there, which will look even better when it's not surrounded by a crappy ceiling. I'm looking forward to getting the ceiling done, to be honest. Yeah, I am looking forward to it. I'm kind of looking at the tongue and groove with slightly different eyes now. And obviously, you know, it's like it's become the enemy because it's been hiding all of the bad stuff. So it's kind of a bad thing now, isn't it? Or maybe that's just my weird mind. Oh, and how nice to have this drinks coaster back. Bluted. I love the word bluted. Right, we'll catch up with the comments, have some voice notes, and have an intermission. Intermission. Right, let's see if I can bloody read these with my old eyes. Right, where did I get to? So I've swapped devices, haven't I? That's where I got to. Yeah. Chris is a genuinely good guy. He really is. So let's all do the decent thing, shall we? Because Chris is going over and above. So let's spread the word, so that if you've got a caravan or a camper van or a motorhome and it needs servicing, or it needs a hab check, or it needs anything at all, let's try and make sure we use Chris, shall we? And if we've got friends who've got it, let's spread his name around. His details are in the description of every video: website, phone number, email, blah blah blah. He's on Facebook. He's got a business page on Facebook. So let's do the decent thing and try and make sure that it's a two-way street, and he gets something from the community business-wise, as well as the nice feeling that we all get when we do something nice. Push the boat out, the all-terrain granny slippers. I'm saving those for later in spring. I'm having what's the temperature doing now? Oh, the temperature's staying constant, 23.5. But that's going to be too hot to sleep, isn't it? I'm going to have to turn the diesel heater off. I tell you what, I'll take the remote control to bed with me, because I've got a remote control for it, Oh, yes. And then if I get chilly, if I wake up in the night and I'm chilly, I can turn it on, can't I? But then I was going to say Netty's incredibly well insulated, but that's what I was told. I'm not so sure now. I know the bloody, how well insulated can it be when the bloody ceiling's missing? Anyway, she's warm and she's being sorted. Get a little whorehouse in your soul. Raven, good evening. Did I say hello to you? Jason, could Netty tow ROGERBOTTY? Not in a million years. Netty can barely tow herself up a hill. How's she going to tow? Netty couldn't tow a bloody trailer tent or a tiny... Netty can't tow anything. She can barely pull herself. Bloody old ROGERBOTTY. If you attached ROGERBOTTY to Netty and tried to set off in Netty, she'd just fall into several million pieces. And we're all saying hello to Caernarfon. We said hello to James here, didn't we? Really? Netty towing the caravan? I don't think so. Well, you are right, Carl of the Lockpick. You are right. Did you do the journey from Derbyshire non-stop? Asks Dean. No, I didn't. I stopped at Chester services because that's kind of a tradition. For years and years and years, I've stopped at Chester services. And I had a bit of good fortune. Now, I had lunch there, but it was a very late lunch. It was like 3:30. So I thought, well, I'll nip into McDonald's. But all I'll get is a burger and a small fries. So I went onto the app because it's quicker to use the app. Because you can order it in advance. And by the time you get in there to the counter, it's pretty much there waiting for you. But the special offer this Monday, there's an offer on every Monday on the app, was a McChicken sandwich for £1.29. I like a McChicken sandwich, mate. I like a cheeky McDonald's. I make no secret of it. And it's a bit of a road trip treat. That needs replacing there. Our bits keep falling off and nothing's been put up very well. The papers, it's all coming down. Never mind. She's been lovely for a year and she'll go on being even lovelier when everything gets uncodged and unbodged. And I think she was done for short-term appeal with hindsight, because yeah, a year in and nothing is as it was. All the papers falling off. Anyway, anyway, doesn't matter, does it? So a chicken sandwich, £1.29, and I had a look at and while I was in the office, I had a look at my reward points. And over the year or whatever it is, I had enough points for a free medium fries. So I got a McChicken sandwich and medium fries for £1.29. Didn't need a drink. I've got loads in the fridge. I've got water, Coke, wine. So I had a bottle of water already open, so I just carried on with water and had a McChicken sandwich and a medium fries with some barbecue sauce. And I really enjoyed it. So I scoffed that pretty damn quickly. Quickly jumped onto Facebook and YouTube to catch up, and then carried on the journey. I was stopped for about 20 minutes, something like that, and then just cracked on here. But lovely journey. Netty drives fantastically well. Fantastically well. She's just slow. And the gear change is challenging, to say the least. Oh, and the accelerator has become a little bit sticky, so she's over revving when you come off the throttle sometimes. But, you know, really, I would jump in Netty and drive her around the world. Wherever I've been in her, I've not done that many miles. I'm about to click up 1,900 miles in Netty, I think. But she's never turned a hair driving. And I would genuinely... Sorry, I need to go and sort that out. That's... What's happened there? That's annoying my OCD. That's... What's happened? Oh, it's... Oh, okay. Right, so if I bodge... I kind of bodge you up there. No. I'm trying to figure out what's happened here. Oh, it snapped. Oh, that bit snapped, but that bit hasn't, I think. Oh, are they still working? Let me just check if they're working. Oh, they're still working. That's fine then. So I just need to bodge this. I can't leave it because it's offending my OCD. If I take the cup off, if I hook that in there, if I tuck that off there and put the cup back on, and then tuck that down there, and then bring that round like that, that'll do it. That'll do it. Ugh. Ugh. Turn on the old fogey's bigger text, Boaty. Can't remember how to do it. Hold on. The old fogey's bigger text. Let's have a look. Where is it? Display and brightness. Text size. Oh yeah, it doesn't work on this for some reason. Don't know why. Doesn't allow me to alter it. Does it let me do it on this one? Does it let me do it on this one? Or what about if I just refresh the page? Oh, there we are. Don't do that. So that's the problem with this. God, things get complicated. Right, let's try it on here. Live. How big is the text? Right, if I go into settings then, settings, general. I can't find it on this one. How come these two aren't the same? Oh, there, display and brightness. Okay, text size. So it allows me to do it on this one. Right. So if I make that massive, does that work on... No, it's still the same size. It's just... Oh, I'll just have to cope. Where did I get to? I was pro-life for Netty, says Yasmin. Good, thank you. You are correct in being pro-life. Can't believe the number of people who are insisting that she should be scrapped. How's the leisure battery holding up? Asked Dan Pango. Very well, as far as I can tell. I asked Chris what what it should be reading, and I think we're fine. Now, obviously, the leisure battery will have had a damn good charge driving up here. And Chris said, when you're, when the engine's not running and you're not on hookup, he said sort of 12.4 to 12.6, 12.8 is all healthy, all good. And when I parked up here and switched on to on-site, it was 13 volts. So I think that's pretty good. And at the moment, I can see my voltmeter from here. At the moment, she's sitting on 12.2, but then I've got the lights on. So if I turn the lights off, turn one off, and it goes up to 12.4. If I turn this one off, goes up to 12.5. And I've got the diesel heater on as well. So as far as I can tell, thus far, touch wood, the leisure battery is absolutely bang on. So, oh, and bless you. Bless you, Dan Fango. Thank you very much. Seems to be fine. Yeah, seems to be great. And obviously now I know what I'm doing with the settings, I'm not going to bugger it up again. Although, in fairness, it's not me that buggered up the settings. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. It shouldn't have mattered what I did with the settings. The only reason it caused a problem was because Netty's wiring is bad, fucked up beyond all recognition. It shouldn't have made any difference, but because Netty is a little bit quirky, it did. So, but now I know that, I know what the issue is. So, should be absolutely fine going forward. Obviously, when I go to bed, the lights will be off. And in fact, I think the diesel heater is going to be off as well. Oh, we're down to 22 degrees. It must be 22.5. Must be getting colder outside. So, yeah, I don't see a problem with the leisure battery. Please God, touch wood. Seems to be it seems to be a good one. So yeah, it's all good. The power stations are working beautifully. First time I've used them in anger. I know I've had them for ages. I've had the diesel heater for ages. First time I've used that. So first time we've done a non-summer off-grid in Netty. And she's going to be grand. The power stations will be, I just need to do what I said. I want the power station down there. And then the microwave and coffee machine can go here. Got the televisual over there. And I'll just run an extension lead up and round. Just a cheap little extension lead. You know, a 4-bar one, or maybe maybe one of those like I've got in the kitchen in ROGERBOTTY. Something like that. The fridge, Chris is going to sort that. And then we're done. Netty is then off grid. Oh, I need Chris to fix the toilet. It's a bit grim. The screws come out of the flusher. You've got, for those who aren't familiar with the cassette toilet, you've got a twisty, turny, knobby knob, and that opens and closes the trap door in the bog. So obviously you open it when you're using the bog, and that which you expel will drop into the cassette. And then you close it to stop any unpleasant odors coming up, which you shouldn't have anyway if you're using the correct blue fluid, because that will neutralize everything. And it really does work. And also, if you're a proper motorhomist and caravanist, like what I am, then you've got the correct cleansing stuff, the pink stuff, in your flusher. And the twisty-turny knobby thing, and then when you press the twisty-turny knobby thing, it flushes, because Netty's got an electric flush, as has ROGERBOTTY, but you'd expect it in ROGERBOTTY. I'm surprised Netty had an electric flush, but she has, again, working off the 12 volt. But yeah, the screws come out of the twisty turny thing, so it's not. So I had to put my hand in the bog to open up the trapdoor. Not the nicest thing in the world, but not the end of the world either. The 12 volt is just flicking down from 12.2 to 12.1 and then flicking back. So it's getting used, but I mean, it's coming up to 11 o'clock. Not going to be up all that much longer, and then the lights will be off. And so it's great. And Netty is just fabulous, and Caernarfon is fabulous, and I've got my candles going, I've got my fairy lights. It's all good. Must get some rechargeable batteries. Oh, sorry, I've just noticed something else. Chris has caught my vine leaves in the... Oh, God, he's got them caught in the tongue and groove. Will they come out? Ah, yes, they will. They will. We're all good. We're all good. There. And obviously, when I get the fridge working as well, then we really are good to go. Because the three-way fridges, they work better on gas than they do on electricity. So even in the height of summer, we're going to have a fridge freezer that we can use. So I think it's going to be goodbye to sites for Netty, to be honest, because I used to love going to a site. But now I live on one, the novelty kind of wears off. Although, having said that, there's still some that I'd still probably want to go to. Like next week, I'm going to Buxton. I must give them a text, because plan is to meet up with Peter and Chloe. Peter and Chloe. Boom, nailed it. Yeah, plan is to meet up. They're staying in Buxton. They're coming to the restaurant next Sunday. Oh, and they want staff curry. I must remember to make sure Ram saves some. They had staff curry last time, and well, actually, one of them had staff curry last time. Can't remember if it was Peter or Chloe, but they both tried it, and they both want staff curry this time. So coming to the restaurant on the Sunday, and then they're staying in Buxton on the Monday. So I thought, well, I'll stay in Buxton on Monday night, and if I get there for when the place opens, 1 o'clock, when I can go in, I mean, we can meet up for a nice lunch. We can go to the lounge in Buxton, and I can have a lounge burger. That'll be really nice. But I think Netty's going to be... she's turning into a proper off-grid girl, isn't she? Well, she can do both. She can do both. She's flexible. She's flexible, bless her. God, it's almost 1 o'clock. That's flown. Will your improvements affect the insurance when you reinsure Netty? No. Thing is, Boaty, says Jamesy, you don't intend to ever get rid of Netty. No, I don't. You're not doing it for money. You're doing it for the love of Netty. And sometimes that's what matters. Exactly. Exactly. It is. It's out of love. I must say, says Josh, you did a really masterful job of making us think you were going to junk Netty. I hope the fixes work out well. Apologies for that. Apologies for that bit of clickbait, but you know, you have to do those things on YouTube. You know, it's nice to have a positive twist. So you start off thinking, oh no, and then as it goes on, and you think, oh great. I hope you do anyway. Although some of you just want a bit to scrap at. Well, not you, not the inner scrotum. None of you want it to be scrapped. It's the other people, the non-inner scrotum, the outside onlookers. Oh, can you? Definitely, koala. You can get dedicated mounts for the top of vans. Oh, okay. The only problem with that is I need to, are they easily dismountable? Because I need to move it between ROGERBOTTY and Netty. Jen, the lovely Jen, good evening. Oh, and good evening, Josh. Exactly, Dan Fanger. Restoring Netty is like restoring a classic car or motorcycle. They cost more than they're worth, but it gives the satisfaction of giving them a new life. Absolutely, absolutely. My plan is that at some point when I get all rich and famous and save a fortune with my new lifestyle, I'll get something more modern, and Netty will be kind of for special occasions, probably quite local, so that when she is properly and fully restored, she's not going to get ruined by slugging her out for hundreds of miles every week. We'll get something a bit more modern for that, a next generation Netty. So something based on the Peugeot Boxer from, you know, the very early 2000s, something like that. I was talking about that with Chris today. 12.1 on the old voltmeter now, so that's okay. 22.5 degrees, diesel heater still on number 1, intermission coming up. Sorry, I seem to have missed a comment there. Oh, no, I didn't. Sometimes you need to forget about the money value and think what it means to you. Exactly. Exactly. If anyone sets up a GoFundMe, let me know and I donate. I'll never do a GoFundMe. I will never do that. That's just strikes me as too much like putting your begging bowl out there, and it's not a good look. And I've got a bit of pride and whatnot. I mean, if you want to support me or the channel or Netty, then please watch the adverts. Watch the adverts? Well, yeah, watch the adverts. Watch the videos. Don't skip the adverts. If you want to do more than that, then please consider becoming a channel member. That throws a couple of pence into the pot every month, and it's massively appreciated. And any more than that, then there are details in the description of every video, every live stream. I don't mention them. Well, I certainly don't bang on about them, and I try not to mention them at all, but they are there. There's Buy Me a Coffee, there's PayPal. There's an Amazon wish list. So the things are there, and people are very kind and do use them, but I certainly don't bang on about them, and I try not to mention them at all, or very, very rarely, because it's so easy to just get slapped with the oh, you're only in for it for this, that, and the other, and yeah, we don't want that, and I wouldn't want that kind of thing taken away from the community either. So, but they are there should anybody wish to use them. Jen saying hello to everybody. Deborah says, Jason, is this your anniversary trip, or is that still to come for you and Netty? It's kind of still to come, because the idea was that I would go back, I would recreate the very first trip that I did with Netty just over a year ago now, and that was to Buxton Caravan and Motorhome Club site. So that will be next Monday. I'll recreate the trip. I'll try to park in the same pitch where I parked before, where me and Netty parked before, and yes, and I'll try and recreate it. I'll go up Stacey Solomon's nipple and film the sunset, and try to do it all over again, except this time I'll be on my own. I would check Netty's underneath before spending fortunes on her, says Christy. Well, I don't need to. The MOT man does that for me. Have you opened the skylight since you parked up just for the heck of it? I have, Deborah. I have. And I love it. It's so posh. And now I just think it looks crap in amongst that badly bodged up tongue and groove. But when we've got the proper ceiling in, the ply ceiling, and that's all carpeted and looking lovely and fabulous and wonderful, that skylight is going to be a thing of magnificence and beauty. It really is, actually. Exactly. Can't be too bad if it passed MOT and not mentioned any problems. Netty failed an MOT on welding, and she had like £1,000 worth of welding done, and apparently it was done properly, because on the following MOT, which I had done, well, the following 4 MOTs, because she had 4 of the damn things, not a single mention of any problems underneath. And in fact, one of the MOTs, the guy said to me, he said, fair play. He said, the cabs rot like hell, but underneath, yours is as solid as a rock. So there we go. Please put your iPad into dark mode. It's life-changing. Trust me. How do I do that? John Fletcher, good evening, good evening, good evening. Deborah asks, do you have instant coffee when you are away with Netty? No, absolutely not. Yuck. Ugh. I have proper coffee, because Netty has a coffee machine. Netty has a Tassimo. So I have the same coffee when I'm away in Netty as I have when I am at home, which, if you're interested, is Kenko Americano Grande. Very nice it is too. And I love the fact that, thanks to the power station, I've got a microwave. I'm off grid and I've got a microwave. That's brilliant. So convenient. But no, instant coffee does not play part of my life. Wouldn't touch it. How do you keep from rolling off that bed in the night, Boaty? Well, the same way I keep from rolling off the bed every night. Do you roll off your bed at night? The fact that it's up in the air a bit makes no difference. I don't roll off any bed. The only time I've rolled off a bed is in a Travelodge when I fell off a Liverpudlian. But that's a different story. So it always makes me think. I think that's weird when people say, how do you not roll up? So do you all fall out of your beds on a regular basis? Because I never do. I just seem to somehow know where the edge is, and I don't roll off it. I sleep in ROGERBOTTY every night. Haven't rolled off that bed once. Exactly. Netty pulled Boaty. She did. McDonald's is not food. Oh, I enjoy it. Oh, good idea, Steve. WD-40, the cable and the pedal area. Yeah, that was the plan, actually. I love a cheeky McDonald's every now and then. It's a bit of a treat. I love a Big Mac. Good evening, everyone, says Stratosphere. And Boaty, I noticed you've surpassed 1.5 million views. Have I? I didn't notice that. Blimey. That's quite a lot, isn't it? Oh, bloody hell, it's gone past wine o'clock. Gone past wine o'clock. Right, I'm having an intermission, darlings, and a prawn cracker. So I've got prawn crackers here. Would you like a prawn cracker? I've got a massive bag. They're giving me way too many. Right, I'll eat those and no more. Quick intermission, then we'll pour the wine. Oh, got how to do that. Oh, it's lovely out there. Oh, there's the sea. The sea. And it's all cozy and cushy inside. Oh, this is amazing. I'm looking right over to Anglesey. Oh, God, it's so lovely out there. Right. Where's my posh Netty glass? Here we go. And if any of you haven't seen this before, look. Can you see? Netty. With a little picture and everything. Mmm. This is the life, I tell you. absolutely beautiful out there. Absolutely beautiful. Utterly quiet. There were some cars, kids in cars earlier. Nothing of late. It's utterly quiet out there. It's lovely. Absolutely lovely. I would recommend this to anybody, and it would make an amazing community meetup, because you've got the parking here, you've got the hotels for those who don't have motorhomes, and Caernarfon town is gorgeous. Right. Cheers, darlings. Your very good health. Thank you for joining me on what is a really rather special night. 22.4 degrees, so lovely and warm. 12.1 volts. 83% on the big boy. 89% on the little chap. I've got light, heat, I've got a bog, I've got a microwave, I've got a coffee machine for the morning. How amazing is this? And I've got a beautiful bed to go to sleep in with very, very posh bedding. Thank you, Paola. Right, cheers, darlings. Your very good health. Bottoms up if you're lucky, lads. Up yours if you're not careful, ladies. Don't be taken unawares. Keep your wits about you. Keep your hands on your halfpennies. And above all, to each and every one of you with just sheer joy of life coursing through my veins, and with integrity and sincerity trumpeting out of my back bottom, get stuffed. I'm looking forward to this. Here we go. Very nice. Not chilled to within an inch of its life like it normally is. And probably all the better for it. Tell you what. God, look at the time. I've got some doings.
Bibbity bobbity boo. Just had notification that you're off to Caernarfon.
I am.
I hope you get there in time for the live stream at 10 o'clock tonight.
Yes.
And if you do, I would like you to pound Netty's box. Thank you very much. Love you lots. Like jelly tots.
Love you lots.
Cheery
Like jelly
bye.
tots. Love you too. Oh, thank you, my lovely. That's Carol C, of course. Right then. One box. Motorhome. Netty. £1. This is only Netty's second ever pounding. So 3, 2, 1. There's 2 in there now. What an occasion. What an occasion. Oh, excuse me. Oh, group created to... Oh, what's this? I'm now an admin. Of what? What is this? Oh, okay. Not sure what that is. Simon says Netty needs an oil change and service. Gosh. I'm intrigued as to how you know that when you haven't seen her. And you don't know when it was last done, but if you say so, I'm sure you're right. Oh, God, you stupid phone. I hate it when you do that. You've been a disappointment in many ways, iPhone 16. Oh, and now you've completely gone. Where have you gone?
And
Oh, hang on.
Good evening, Boaty Boo.
Good evening.
I'm glad you've arrived safely. And, I'm a thirsty cow too.
No.
Moo. And, pound Netty's little box for me, please. Do it gentle because it's delicate. Okay?
It is. I will.
Twat.
Yeah, and I did come safely, Jen. Right. Same box. Another pound. Pardon me talking with my mouth full. 3, 2, 1. £3 in there now. Oh, it's coming apart. Note to self, don't shake the box or it'll fall apart. What's going to happen when it gets loads of pounds in there? Is it just going to split its sides? Oh, that'll be quite amusing, actually. It'll be like playing Buckaroo, won't it? That'll be the thing. We'll have a competition for who gives the pounding instruction that causes the box to fall apart. And when the box falls apart, that's when we empty it and start again. Right. Oh, God, this is fabulous. I can't tell you how happy I am. I really can't. I'm having mad thoughts now about, of course, I've got to stay at Windy Bum tomorrow night. And I'm having mad thoughts about getting back from work at like 11 o'clock and jumping into Netty and driving somewhere for the night and spending tomorrow night in Netty as well. That would be mad, wouldn't it? But fun. Anyway, let's get back to your comments. Oh, you were talking about McDonald's. I know it's rubbish, but I enjoy it. Burger King is a bit better, but bloody expensive. It is bloody expensive, no doubt about that. But I'm not arguing with today. I was very happy with that. A McChicken sandwich and a medium fries for £1.29. I've got the receipt. Stella Bingley, a very good evening to you, my lovely. Boaty, please do a video of going up the... right, yes. Those of you who know, there's a hill on the A55 that we came down today. Right, you want me to video Netty going up that? Okay, I will do it. She's done it before when we came back from Anglesey. Thank God there's a crawler lane. That's all I can say. Thank God there's a crawler lane. But yeah, let's video that. Oh, thank you, Bill D. You can get new gear linkages and a bush for the gear lever. Could probably do with that, to be honest. The Wi-Fi does not appear to be connected to the internet. Yeah, it does keep going down. It's just in the wrong place there on the windscreen. It doesn't like it. But better than nothing, I suppose. Can you see upper caps? We can all shout at you. I do see those easier, to be fair. But I'm doing all right. Boaty, with new technology and wood boards and sealants and glues, Netty will be better than new. That's the plan. That is genuinely the plan. We're going to make her literally better than new, but still retain originality and charm wherever possible. It's like I could swap the fridge out for a 12-volt compressor fridge. I don't want to. I want the original fridge. I want to keep originality where possible and where practical. It's like I'll keep the engine. I won't do an engine swap. I've got the original seats in the cab, and I'd like to have those restitched and restuffed at some point. But I want it to be original but tweaked, if that makes any sense. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I can't look at them the same way. I used to look up and think, and I used to look around and think, and now I just see paper falling off and the bodged this and that and the other. But it's great. I've loved Netty the way she is. We've had a wonderful year, and we're going to go forward with her in a different way because, and I'm not being unfair to any previous owner here, or at least I hope I'm not, or I hope you don't think I'm trying to be. Netty's been done on a budget. Even the last owner, there was a very strict budget in play for Netty. She really had to be done on the cheap, and that was a question of necessity at that point. It's not for me to give anybody else's private business away, and I wouldn't dream of doing so. But at the point that Netty was done, circumstances were different, and funds were limited. So I'm not knocking anybody or anything. On the budget that was in play, Netty's kind of incredible, really, and kind of fulfilled the purpose of saving her from being scrapped, which she would have been, and prettying her up a bit in the short term. And then, again, not for me to talk about, but circumstances were going to change, and did change. And then Netty was replaced. And it's a different situation with me. I've been grateful for her and loved her the way she is for the last year. But because I've got no plans to replace Netty will never be replaced. There will be another motorhome in my life, and it will be a more modern one at some point, if all goes according to plan. But I'll never get rid of Netty. And so my plans are different. The only budget is the amount of money that I've got available. And as I hope you've all seen, I'm not going to skimp. I'm not going to codge. I'm not going to bodge. I'm not going to do a cheap fix or a cheap option. She's going to be done properly. And I hope you've all seen that. I mean, when it came to the last MOT and the brakes, then, rather than a codge and a bodge, she had an £800 brake rebuild with all new parts. The handbrake's still shit, but it's good enough to pass an MOT, and it does kind of work. I had to do a hill start today, and it was all right. It's just an old handbrake. You have to yank on it like like God knows what. Obviously, the ceiling is going to be done properly, and again, it's going to be better than new. We've got the new skylight in there. There were temporary bodges, but but they were only temporary because Chris didn't have the time to do the whole thing. And that's the way it's going to be with everything. Everything's going to be done properly, and not, it's just going to be done properly as and when we can do it properly. It's not going to be done down to a cost so that you have to cut corners. And I will get the cab redone as well. And she will have a respray when the cab is done. So yeah, right. How are we looking on the old time? Oh, it's marching on. It's intermission time again in 2 minutes. Oh no, actually now. Oh God, I'm losing comments. What Chinese meal have you bought for supper? Anybody want to guess? Simone's off to bed. Has Boaty got a smoke detector and a carbon monoxide detector in Netty? She's old and decrepit, prone to leaking all sorts of fumes and odours. I've got two. I've got one that Dampap's fitted, and I've got one that that somebody sent me, and I then fitted. And that's the one that Chris has told me to trust. So yes, I do have. Right, better catch up with the comments because I'm way behind. Caernarfon says, "Do you been there? Great castle." It is. Rechargeable batteries are a lifesaver in our house. I need them for the fairy lights. Because yeah, otherwise I'm just going to be constantly buying batteries. Still 22.5 degrees in here. Still 12.1 volts. Nailed it. Off-grid Netty. Off-grid winter. All right, spring, but not summer. Netty. Microwave. I'm going to be able to ping my Chinese takeaway. Coffee machine for the morning. And I'm off-grid. I'm in a car park. And I've got a succulent Chinese meal and proper coffee in the morning. Oh, and I'm not going to have time for breakfast in the pub, and it's money I can't really spend as well. And the Ginster's peppered steak slice was on offer in Morrison's, £1.50. Guess what I'm having for breakfast in the morning? My breakfast in the morning will be beautiful Kenko Americano Grande coffee with demerara sugar, and a peppered steak overlooking the sea, looking towards across the estuary, looking over at Anglesey. And that's not going to be a bad morning, is it? And I'm really going to miss ROGERBOTTY tomorrow night. I'm kind of missing ROGERBOTTY already. I love ROGERBOTTY in a way that I really didn't think I would. I was grateful for him. I was grateful that I'm not on the street. I'm not living in Netty. As much as I love Netty, living in Netty, that would be a living bloody nightmare doing it full time. But again, better than on the street. But kind of like with Netty, I've just fallen in love with ROGERBOTTY. He's fabulous. It helps that he's at Lickpenny. Yeah. Oh, excuse me, that's wine burp. Yes, it is mad that fire creates cold. I agree. Oh, sorry. It is counterintuitive. Oh, you can't see the on-air sign. Sorry. This is new. This is the first time it's been deployed. Can you all see it? There it is, look. In Netty blue. On air. And Ange, thank you. I love Llandudno and Colwyn Bay, says Steph, and so do I. Like you wouldn't believe. Like you wouldn't believe. Well, Colwyn Bay I don't know, but Llandudno, that's my favourite place in the world. And before too long, I will be back there. Boaty, how's Officer Crabtree? How's Officer Crabtree? Well, we'll find out tomorrow because I need to go to work in him tomorrow night. I will have to pump his tyre up, the brand new tyre that's had a slow puncture ever since it was bloody fitted, and I can never find out how to get in touch with them to get it sorted. And the ABS sensor has gone because just like YVETTE CARTE-BLANCHE, the ABS is on all the time. Other than that, last time I drove him, he was fine, and he will be turning his wheels over tomorrow because tomorrow I won't be going home tomorrow because I can't. I'm not allowed. Tomorrow I will be going from here to Windy Bum. I will then take Officer Crabtree to work, back to Windy Bum tomorrow night, spend the night in Windy Bum, do the live stream there, should be the last one, unless I decide to do something daft and go away in Netty at midnight, but I probably won't. And then we'll be back to ROGERBOTTY on Wednesday. And now I've got my head around how it all works, and now Netty is operative. We will make sure that we go away every Monday or most Mondays, and then we'll never have to worry about the 2-day thing again. So as far as I know, ROGERBOTTY's okay. Officer Crabtree is okay, but we will find out tomorrow. I'll be honest, says Josh, I felt a bit bad when I thought you were going to scrap Netty. I couldn't do that. I could never do that. Oh, Kegon, could I leave it on Netty? If it was properly mounted, yes, but I might not be allowed to keep Netty at the pitch if, you know, the less pleasant warden has their way. I'll be arguing that one. Wales is pretty rural, no motorways. Not quite correct, Steve. There's the M4. That's a motorway. And the A55 is actually a motorway in all but name. And I talked about that in the Daily Diary coming here. Oh, I try not to mention them, Steph. I try not to mention them. Oh, and I love the fact that people are wanting to help, but there are easy ways for people to help without doing the GoFundMe thing. That I'm just not comfortable with doing a GoFundMe. It's I don't know how to describe it. Right. I'm chatting in my home with you, my friends, and so you know what's going on. And if you like Netty, or you like seeing Netty, or you cared about Netty, or anything like that, and you want to do a PayPal thing or a buy me a coffee thing or anything like that, then that's lovely. They are there. But if I do a GoFundMe, then that's me. That's different, right? Because if you do a GoFundMe, that's me saying, I want this. You have to set an amount and you have to say what it's for. So that would mean me putting out there, I want X amount of pounds for this purpose. And that's what it shows. X amount has been collected, blah, blah, blah. And that's the bit that I would never, ever be comfortable with. Now, when people want to help and do help, I'm incredibly grateful. Of course I am. But it might be a subtle difference, but it's a meaningful difference to me. There are avenues there for people should they want to, you know, help the channel, help me, help Netty, or help the community, or whatever. But the fact that they are there and available to be used, there's just, in my mind, there's a massive difference between that and me creating a thing that says, I want this. I want this amount so it can do this. And that just doesn't seem right to me. I would, okay, take Netty as an example. Obviously, help with Netty is always going to be welcome. And I've had a lot of help with Netty, and I'm grateful for it. I've told you all before that one of the things I love about Netty is that everything in and around here, they're all part of the community because somebody sent those lights up there. Somebody else sent the cushions. Somebody else sent a bit of bedding, you know, all of that kind of thing. And that's done with out of generosity and friendship and community love. But there's no way that I could have done a thing that's out there on the internet for anybody to see, saying, I want this. It's going to cost this amount of money and I want you to pay for it. Because it's not, that's not right in my mind. That's not right. Netty's mine. Why should anybody else be, how can I demand anybody else to pay for Netty? It's not their thing. Now, they might offer, and that's lovely, but I can't ask. And if I do a GoFundMe, that's me putting it out there, and somebody will beat me over the head with it. Like one of us, I won't mention any names, but an erstwhile member of the community, and I don't know their financial situation, but I know what they've talked to me about in the live streams, in terms of, you know, I've got this and you haven't, blah blah blah. Their camera broke and they did a GoFundMe saying, I want £1,000 for a new camera. I've already allocated my my YouTube funds for this month. So I want you to give me £1,000 for a new camera. And if you don't, then I will still put videos up, but I will be using a lesser camera and the quality will not be quite as good. And I don't know if he got all the money, but last time that Emma looked, he had 600 of the 1,000. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. It just seems wrong. I'm grateful for any help, support, and yes, I will go as far as making those avenues, PayPal, buy me a coffee, Amazon wishlist, whatever. I will make them available, partly because I was asked to, but I won't keep banging on about them, or at least I hope I don't. And I'm certainly not going to do a GoFundMe where I just put it out there on the internet that I want this and I want you to pay for it, because I'd get pilloried. I would get pilloried. Well, that's one thing. And the other is I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I can't just say, I want this and I want you to pay for it. That's outrageous. I mean, you know, I can be grateful if somebody does help, but the expectation, no, that's just wrong in my mind. Anyway. How am I doing on comments? Oh God, I'm a million miles behind. Tassimo ain't proper coffee. Well, it tastes like it. Thank you, Deborah, and good night to you, my lovely. Totally a labour of love. Totally a labour of love, Richard. And I put that on a thumbnail, didn't I, a couple of days ago? I roll off my bed regularly, says Raven. Oh, I've never done it, apart from that Travelodge thing. Oh, I didn't tell you what I had, did I? From sizzling fillet steak with ginger and spring onion. And some prawn crackers. Did I miss anything? Says Sue of the semi-eponymous YouTube channel. Sue Postlethwaite goes outside and buggers about. No, you didn't miss a thing. God, how far am I behind? Move your fucking phone from in front of the sign. Oh, hopefully you can see it now. Ah, the good old prawn cracker. I'm sorry I blocked up the sign. Look, you can see it now. Look, I'll move everything. There you go. Oh, I need water to put in the coffee machine. Oh, so I'm at the seaside, and tomorrow's breakfast is going to be, as far as I'm concerned, amazing coffee and a peppered steak slice in my microwave, powered by my power station. Life don't get much better than that. The diesel heater is still on the lowest setting, and it's still 22.5 degrees. And there are weather noises from outside. It's a wonder those glasses don't break. That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear. Paola, full of hope as always. Good evening, my lovely. Oh, Stanage Edge. Winslow Burdett, very good evening to you. Oh, it's pure panic. Surfing in Puthcall. Wow. Oh, Ange is here, the lovely Lady Angela, Honourable Minister for Prostitution and indeed Orienteering, as is Alan Simpson. Greetings, Honourable Community. Yes, pub quiz. We know it's the pub quiz. Michael O'Connor, good evening to you. We did miss Ange. We always miss Ange when she's not here. Ange, have you been here? Oh, right. Let's tell you about this. And then I'm going to have a quick intermission before we finish up. Let me tell you about this air. The first air I've ever stayed at. Right, so we are in Caernarfon. And air is a little bit misleading, if I'm honest. However, it's still welcome. It's still welcome. So, we're in a public car park, a lovely public car park next to the Victoria Docks complex, literally overlooking the estuary. The water is, I could spit into the water there. I mean, I wouldn't, that would be wrong. It's called an air. There are 6. So it's a public car park where you can park overnight. There are 6 designated bays for motorhomes. it's not really an air, let's be honest. So you've got 6 marked out bays for motorhomes. There's one other motorhome here. There are 2 of us. I'm going to have a prawn cracker because I'm on holiday. Just the one, Mrs. Wembley. Oops. Now, you need to be self-contained because there are no facilities. So there's somewhere to empty your grey water. And that's it, really. There are no lavatories. I don't think there's a water supply. So it's just somewhere you can park up overnight, ditch your grey water waste. No hookup, no other facilities. And it's £16.50 from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 10 o'clock the next morning. And you can stay 2 consecutive nights maximum. Now, that's way too expensive. Way too expensive. Which is why there's only 2 of us here. However, it's kind of better than nothing, I suppose. But it is too expensive. I mean, it makes the Caravan and Motorhome Club look, yeah. I could have gone to 3 or 4 different sites and I would have paid between £26 and £29, depending on the site. I would have had a secure site behind barriers. I would have had full strength electric hookup. I would have had toilets, showers, laundry facilities, fresh water, wastewater, grey water disposal, washing up facilities, all of that for like £10 more. So it seems cheap compared to this. However, we are in Caernarfon overlooking the sea. So and you can park here safely. You're all legal and above board. You're not going to get moved on. You can have a drink and you're not going to be done for drunk in charge of a motorhome. It should be cheaper, but at least it's something. And there are 4 to 5 others in this county, and I will try them all. So I think this is a little bit of a fudge in a way. It's not an air, it's an existing car park, and part of the car park has been repurposed. And it's too expensive. But I still think it's a good thing. And I would come here again. And it would be good if there were more places like this, even though they're too expensive. And a load of van lifers will say £16.50, ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, for somewhere, it's kind of okay because it's an amazing place. It is an amazing place. I would gladly pay £16.50 to park on the seafront in Llandudno or on the Great Orme or in other places that are lovely. And this is a great place. You've got supermarket right there, facilities there, and you've got the sea and it's glorious and it's lovely. So I'm going to give this one a tick, but I can understand that people wouldn't use it because it's most certainly not value for money. Right, quick intermission and then we'll finish off. So nice out there. Oh, God. Burping all over the shop. Do you want to have a look? Come on, have a look. Angle thing over there. Like you can see. Oh, let's get out. Oh, did I have that in my pocket? Apparently I did. There we go. Just half an intermission. This time, half a scented candle. Oh, but I've got more wine. That's nice. Ooh. Have things in the front. You okay there, Nettykins? Yeah, you're okay. Diesel heater still on setting number 1. Temperature has now dropped to 21.5 due to me opening the door, which is still very comfortable indeed. I'm going to have another prawn cracker. People are saying hello to Lady Angela and the lovely Alan. Michael O'Connor, good evening to you. Oh, well done, Alan. You won. Congratulations. Oh, that's true, Dan Pango. Yeah, that is true. They probably haven't bedded in. Thinking about it, I really haven't done many miles at all since the brakes were all overhauled. So, yeah, good point. I'm going to show you the skylight because I can. Right. Fly screen. Posh. Cover. Posh. Setting. Is that the first one? Ah. Setting number 1. Slightly ajar. Setting number 2. Considerably ajar. Setting number 3. You're out in the night sky. And then just, and then 3, 2, 1. Shut. I love that. Some of the best money I've spent. The diesel heater is not silent, it must be said, but it's warm. It's warm. Now, obviously on hookup, I use the oil-filled radiator down there, and that's totally silent and free because hookup, but, you know, get to be off grid. Who knew you could be this happy sleeping in a car park in Wales? Good to see you adventuring in Netty again. How is Wales? Marvellous. Have you managed to pitch close to a Morrison's again? Absolutely. Is it a Chinese curry? No, 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 no. 4 degrees C in North Wales at the moment, says Mike P. Is it? Well, hang on. I'm in North Wales. Is it 4 degrees here? Well, it's not in Netty. It's 21.5. Alan says, I feel like you and ROGERBOTTY have bonded more after you gifted him a log. Oh, dear. There might be some truth in that. Oh, I'm blocking the sign. You'll shout at me. No, I haven't, Carla the Lockpick. I've not visited the smallest house. Hedgehog of Truth, Boaty, have you heard of the 1988 Bentley Empress 2? 1 of 5 built. No, I haven't. Can you not take Netty to work and go straight to somewhere and then do the live? No, Jamesy, because it's midweek. We have no driver. If there are deliveries, I do them, and I'm not doing deliveries in Netty. Absolutely, I have to remember to hand in the gate pass, and I did do. I have done it. Yeah, the A55. Somebody did an excellent video on the A55, and I'm trying to remember what it's called. Auto Shenanigans, something like that. I think I said Auto Shambles on the video, and it's not, is it? It's Auto Shenanigans. He did an amazing video on the A55. Really explained everything, and I learned a lot. I would recommend that you watch it. A55 is the one with the tunnel. There are multiple tunnels. I love Ivor the engine. Oh, right. it wasn't intended for you to start a GoFundMe, Boaty. It was suggested in chat that maybe someone in chat could start one. Oh, well, I mean, you know, other people, that... If it's beyond my control, then obviously that's fine. Okay, I can whisk through these. £16 is a fair price when you're doing 2 nights, except that if you were doing 2 nights, it would be £16 times 2, so that is £33. Still seems very reasonable to me. I agree, better than out, and many areas are banning overnight stays. So, yeah, I think that's the point I was trying to make. When everybody's clamping down on van life, give an alternative and charge for it. So, yeah, so far I am in favour of this. I certainly feel a little bit more comfortable here than I would if I was somewhere where you could get, you know, like Longston Edge, Stanage Edge, that's fine. You're out in the wild. You're not going to get anybody coming around. But I like the fact that if you wanted to stay in Caernarfon, in your motorhome or whatnot, and you found somewhere on Park for Night or whatever, but it wasn't a proper parking place, it was just somewhere you could be, then, I don't know, I just get the feeling that you're a bit more proper here. You're in a place that you've paid for. I think you're less likely to get grief, or you feel like you're less likely to, and therefore you relax more. I feel perfectly relaxed here. Oh, somebody else going to marry you. Oh, I forgot the mic. Yeah, you couldn't hear me, could you? Oh, God. Oh, really? The diesel heater is silent compared to the fridge at Windy Bottom. You get used to things. I obviously didn't realise how much of a racket that apparently made. Oh, we're into BAT now. Right, I better top my wine up if we're doing BAT. I had better top my wine up. Oh, I'm looking forward to my supper. I'm looking forward to the fridge getting repaired as well, because even with the ice in there, the wine is not as chilled as I would ideally like it to be. But it's all good. The ice is still ice, and hopefully my peppered steak slice, when I consume it in the morning, will have been kept reasonably correctly, refrigerated overnight. I'm looking forward to do you know what? It's going to be really nice waking up here. Really nice waking up here. this has been like a tester. Next time we'll do it better. Leave a lot earlier. Leave at like 9 o'clock. Be here for 1. Have lunch in town. Spend the afternoon wandering around town. There are loads of places to walk. I've been here before a few times. Had a walk around with a friend and the dog and whatnot. Yeah, get a bit more value out of it. But I'm still glad I came today. It's been a long way for a relatively short time, but I'm home. I'm in Wales, and that's a thing. Somebody mentioned in a comment, I don't think it was on the live, I think it was on the short I put out, or a video, or a Facebook post or something, but somebody said, hope this sorts the Hiraeth. And it's a real thing. Hiraeth is a very real thing. I've not been home this year, and even though it's a flying visit, and even though I've gone to the furthest coast rather than just going over the border and have to go back tomorrow, I'm glad I did it, and it has eased the Hiraeth. I'm here, I'm home. I went to the supermarket and I was greeted with signs and whatnot in my mother tongue, in my own language. And it's the sea air and a rip-off China. Fucking hell, the Chinese meal was expensive. Almost double what I pay at home in my favourite little Chinese. For the same dish, almost double. Not quite, but almost. But I suppose within a tourist area. And I can't wait to finish the night off having a night of luxury up in my luxurious pottering pit. Right, I suppose you might want to start saying your good night, darlings. Amazingly, I feel like we've only just started, but it's kind of that time of night. It's just flown. It has just flown. We're still 12.1 on the old voltmeter. The big chap is 80%. The little chap is 86%. Diesel heater still on the lowest setting, and it's still 21.5 degrees. I'm not sure whether to leave it on the lowest setting on the grounds that it's going to get colder in the middle of the night, or just turn the diesel heater off and take the remote control so I can spark it up if I wake up and get cold. Not sure. Looking forward to my supper, though, whatever I decide to do. Right, come on, comments. Sorry, but I find Welsh a strange language. Don't be sorry, it really is a strange language. Oh, and I appear to have caught up. Blimey, I've caught up with the comments. What time is it? Oh, well, let's give it 5 minutes more. It's 1:15. We'll give it until 20 past. Be rude not to. I don't want to go just immediately. Remote in hand sounds like a good idea. Once you get naked, you'll probably want the diesel heater on. Well, I am going to be all sort of naked, but I've got very posh bedding up there, and it's quite it's rather warm. Scotland. Oh, I need to do Scotland. Now, when I when I get a more modern version of Netty, the next generation of Netty, which will probably be, depending on how things go, in about 18 months, something like that, then I will take 3 weeks and do Scotland. Because I know I'm going to love it. I've spent time in Scotland, but not much. I visited Falkirk to visit cousin Helen and Uncle Roger and Auntie Brenda. I went to Glasgow to film What's It for Leslie Mitchell Associates that went out on the BBC Two. That was a week, or 5 days anyway, a working week in Glasgow. And then when I was a student one summer, I was based in Crieff. I can't tell you what I was doing then. It was a bit dodgy. But I haven't done Scotland as a grown-up who appreciates scenery. I'd love to do it. I would love to do it. And I will. And I will. Oh, the more than one night a week off. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. When it comes down to it, my tongue has stopped working. Right, the reality is this. We are a team, all for one, one for all. This is the way that it's going to go. We run that restaurant as a team, and that's the way it's going to stay. So as long as the restaurant is going, we're all going to be there 6 nights a week. There'll be the odd time where you can have a bit of a holiday, sure. But we're all there whenever the restaurant is open. And it'll stay that way until we decide that we've had enough and the restaurant will close. But until then, it's only going to be 1 day a week because we do it as a team and as a family. And it simply doesn't work to try and do it another way. It just doesn't. We're like a dysfunctional family, and we work despite ourselves, but we work fantastically well. And each one of us is a piece of a jigsaw puzzle that you couldn't replace with another piece. And the overall jigsaw puzzle wouldn't work with the wrong piece in there. So that's how it's going to be until we close down. Ram is turning 50 quite soon. I think that we will go until the end of the lease, and then I think we'll all say enough's enough. Ram would like to retire, maybe do a bit of work part-time. He's got a business idea that I would like to be involved in, and I've said I will be involved in. And he wants to spend time at home in Nepal and just relax and enjoy life. He's worked harder than 99.9% of people know how to work, and he's still working that hard now, about to turn 50. And he's ready. He's ready. He's got a year or two left, as have I. Bish is becoming increasingly, well, I mean, politics is his future. Money, the money is gradually moving into property rather than the restaurants. I think probably 2 years, 2 years, and we will all just say, okay, that thing's done, but we will still do things together and we'll still be family. It just won't be the restaurant. That's what I think, anyway. But for the time being, it will be what it is. 6 days a week, we all pull together. Oh, feeling it now. What time is it? Oh, okay. Right, it kind of is time to bugger off now. Oh. 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 Right, quick whiz through the comments. Oh, there we are. I've kind of caught up, and God, it suddenly hit me like a wall. I am knackered. It's eats and sleepies, and probably a relatively early start, but thank you so much for keeping me company. I love the fact that I'm here. I love the fact that I'm here in Netty. I love the fact that I did it. A day after I read 60,000 comments telling me to scrap Netty, we're away doing this, and it's bloody amazing. And I wonder how many people are as happy as I am right now and have the view that I've got out of that back door, which I'll see when I go and have an intermission. Right. The tiredness is really just hit me like a thing. I don't like these. I don't like this colour. That's awful. I'm going to change these. I might change the whole bloody colour scheme of this, actually, because yeah, might have my own ideas. And these aren't even finished stuff. Half of these, the other side, hidden against the wall, hasn't been sewed up. It's just open. Oh. Right, I'm going to start off. Darlings, thank you so much for your company tonight. It means the world to me. Let me wish each and every one of you a safe and peaceful night and a good day tomorrow. May the new day bring you joy, may it bring you pleasure. At the very least, please, may it be manageable. Now, the candle will be relit somewhere. Where? Here in Netty or probably in Windy Bum, if I've got a candle in Windy Bum. I'm not sure I have. I've got a wine burp, and you're welcome to it. But some sort of candle will be relit tomorrow night. It's going to be late, 8. It's going to be 11 o'clock because I'm either going to be in Netty or I'm going to be at Windy Bum. Either way, not a 10:30 job. It's going to be 11. But I hope you'll join me then. Please do. And in time, you will get some video stuff of today, and no doubt tomorrow I'll film the big scaredy hill and all of that. So I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And thank you so much. Yeah, so see you tomorrow. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me. And on that note, Peugeot. And indeed, love you lots, like jelly tots. Bosh. Good night, darlings. Much love. Take care. Thank you.